Welcome back to the Quarterbacks in Exchange. I'm your host, Tatum. This is my co host, Chase. Man, it's week 14 of college football. Bittersweet, big games this weekend. Bittersweet, but big games this weekend. I'm
Yeah.
so excited for it. This is episode 8, brought to you by the Fieldhouse Network. We're doing good. We're still moving,
Mhm.
trying to stay consistent. Hopefully, we can start getting some clips up in the next couple days. Uh, it's gonna be sick. Man, let's get into it. Big games this weekend. Chase, you want to run
Yeah,
us
man.
through the little slate real quick, and then we
Yeah.
could kind of get into Texas and OU after the fact.
Yes. Man, I've been talking about it for weeks, but I've been super excited for the Thanksgiving slate just because we got, I mean, not even just college football. Obviously, we have an NFL podcast too on the Fieldhouse Network. But we've got Thursday football, NFL, big football games. And we've got Friday football, which I think there might be an NFL game actually on Friday. But then the college football slate, as you mentioned on Friday, man, it's a great Black Friday. I'm off work. I'm not going shopping. I'm staying home and I'm watching college football all day. To kick things off at 11 a.m., we've got the Egg Bowl, dude. And things can get weird in rivalry week. And with Lane
Yeah,
Kiffin's situation, the
even
contract,
weirder.
the contract coaching decision supposedly coming after the game. Who knows what can happen, man? But that's gonna kick us off at 11 a.m. Just in terms, these are the ranked games. I'm not looking at everything going on Friday, just the teams that have a ranked team playing. Utah, Kansas, also at 11 a.m. And then those will be the two ranked games in the morning. And then at 2:30, you've got Georgia, Georgia Tech, ranked versus ranked. That's just one of think two ranked unranked matchups on Friday out of like at least 8 games, or maybe three. Yeah, three. Sorry. Then you have Indiana Purdue at 6:30 on Peacock because yeah, that's on Peacock because nobody's gonna be watching it except for Indiana
Nope.
fans. And my dogs are going crazy, so sorry about that. And then at 6:30, probably the game of Friday, man. And I mean, there are some good games on Friday, but this one is
This is a
probably going to get the most eyeballs. We've got A&M on the road in Austin, taking on Texas, man, at 6:30
this
prime
is
time
the probably the
ABC.
game of the weekend, bro.
Yeah, I'd probably say it's the game of the weekend. I mean, well, Ohio State
I guess
Michigan is also
Michigan,
up there.
yeah.
You've also got the Iron Bowl, but Auburn is dog shit. But hey, man, they've
hmm
got a good defense, and that game gets weird. So Uh, yeah, man, that's all just Friday. Like you've also got Arizona, Arizona State, both ranked teams. That's Friday night at
Big
8
game.
p.m. And then, dude, you've got a hell of a slate on Saturday too. So like it's a great weekend of college football, man. And then I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think next weekend is Navy and Army and Navy, or is that in two
Yeah,
weeks?
because
Oh, it's 2 weeks. It's on the 13th of December.
yeah, because they played late.
Yeah, they played late, dude. I wish that it was well, I guess that week 15, December, I guess what is that, the 6th on that Saturday, you'll have the Big 12 championship, the SEC championship, the ACC championship, and the Big 10 championship. So you move Army and Navy to that week after that. I'm gonna be real, I don't watch it every year. Like I watch a little bit of it, but I don't sit and watch the whole game. Just because, hey, all
No,
respect to
I
the troops, man. But
yeah.
Service Academy ball is disgusting to watch. And this is saying this as somebody whose favorite team got beat by Service Academy in the bowl game last year. Um, yeah, man, that game is just never super entertaining to me to watch. But I'll probably tune in. It's the only college football game on that Saturday, I believe. So um, let me see. Yeah, it's the only college football game on that Saturday, and then the week after that is when the playoff starts. So there you go.
Let's
But yeah, man,
freaking go.
as you mentioned, we've got a hell of a slate. I can go through Saturday, but that was just mainly Friday, and then I kind of jumped around. I get off topic sometimes, but
Oh, that's good.
yeah, like I said, you've got the game Ohio State Michigan 11 a.m. on Saturday. It's like OU Texas, man. Like why is this game at 11 a.m. every year? Like I just think it's dumb. There will never be a night OU Texas game, which I kind of
Well,
understand. I wish there would be though.
we, it would have to be either home if we done that, and even that's a little sketch. But the reason we
Mm.
can't do it at night, the Cotton Bowl, it's a bad area.
Somebody would get
For
stabbed.
yes, and you gotta
Somebody would
think
get
all
stabbed.
those people drinking all day long.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But like imagine they were to somehow meet in the playoff, like in the
yeah,
future, man, or like in a big
that would
bowl
be
game.
sick,
Like,
dude. If we had a, that would be even sicker. That
I
would be
know,
dope,
man.
bro.
Which you
Because at that
win with the
point,
playoff.
because at that point, if somehow OU Texas didn't get to play in a bowl game, it wouldn't be a bowl game that people sit out. Like they would play.
Oh, dude, could you imagine like the talking
He's
points and
sick,
like
dude.
just
That would kind of get the bowl games back to relevancy, in my opinion. If you got too high
dude?
power, unfortunately, I don't want to say it like that, right? Because that means we would not make playoffs, but
No, yeah.
which just sucks.
Which brother, I'm listen. We can talk about this later, but I think even
Facts.
if you guys do beat A&M, I just unless some things happen in your favor, I don't think a
A
three-loss
lot
Texas
of
team is going to
things.
make the playoffs
I like
personally.
what. Let me check here. There's got to be a few things happen for sure. But if we beat A&M, that's a big hit. Georgia will probably jump. I assume, I don't. I want to hope Ohio State wins this this time,
Mhm.
man. I don't see them losing. But then again, like last year's Michigan team, was way worse than this year's Michigan team.
Dude, last year's Michigan team was dog shit, and they beat Ohio State, who won it all. So like, you just never
Yeah,
know.
like
Truly,
yeah, exactly.
truly.
It's in Ann Arbor too, so even at that, man.
I know,
So we'll
man.
see. Indiana, who they play? Who did you say they played?
Purdue.
Yeah, okay,
It is their
whatever.
rival, but Purdue sucks. Purdue
Yeah,
is
I don't know.
not
We
a football
definitely. I think
team.
it would be it had to be in some fashion. I don't think Texas is going to win by multiple touchdowns, but it's so odd. So A&M's favored, and the matchup predictor on ESPN says that Texas is favored. So it's like that's got to be because it's at home for sure. Texas is
Yeah, you get a little bit of a bump with it being at home
yeah,
for
defense not
sure.
playing as best ball, and we're gonna need to play some good ball. But if you look at the stats, compare, bro, Arch versus Marcel Reed. Arch, he's like better. You know what I mean? He's better. He's got one less interception. He has two less touchdowns. But let me see. He has 11 more yards, and I don't know what that passing percentage is. Matchup. It looks like Arch is better. Maybe not as much. But anyways, doesn't matter if we can't run the ball. So we'll see how that goes.
Fair. Hold on, I'm looking at
But
some
I
stats.
just
I want to see how close they are.
yeah. The offense though is kind of hitting their stride. And it's a good time to do it. Man, the defense has got to pick it back up. I'm hoping Anthony Hill's back. I'm pretty sure he is. I don't think they've released a new update on that. I
Hmm.
haven't kept up with it. I'm sure they have, right? I'm sure there's some things going on, but and because we had a lot of guys out last week.
Damn,
Yeah.
those stats are actually pretty a lot closer than I thought they were.
Right? So everyone that was just shitting all over Arch Manning, can you please just like take it back?
Well,
I don't
granted, beginning
understand
of
the
the
hate.
year it was a little bit warranted. Beginning of the year it was a little bit warranted.
Yes, I get it, but like no one's stepped back because they were all saying Marcel Reed Heisman, Marcel Reed Heisman. He and Arch got identical stats, bro. Where's the talk?
Well,
I
you know that
understand it. I'm not saying Arch Heisman. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
no, yeah, yeah. I think the
everyone's
losses
hyping
play into that
Marcel
as
and
well.
Arch's.
Yeah.
The Florida loss hate that. I think the Florida loss is hanging too hard. I get it, but this is a different football team, bro. It's a different football team, and we're moving,
Well, I
man.
know that. Like I like I'll agree with you. Obviously, like it's not the same Texas team. This is also like for OU. It's not the same OU team that played Texas back in October. Like the defense that played that day against Texas, I've not really seen them show up again, other than like the Ole Miss game, which Ole Miss did something to us that Texas didn't even do. Ole Miss threw it all over the field, and they didn't really run on us. Texas had more rushing yards in that game. So like I get that. Like it's a different team at the end of the year. But then, like, you know what my argument is going to be. Like, I feel like the head to head at some point, like, it has to matter. Like, the games during like, it's not the end all be all, obviously, because they talk about the eye test. And, like, I just got done watching Josh Pate's show, which I don't know if you watch any of his stuff. He does a great job. He goes over everything
I try to
essentially.
keep up with it on like his stuff on Twitter, like when he posts
Mhm.
stuff and things of that sort. But
But I
nothing
mean,
like
he made a good point. But, like, I also, like, I could see why somebody would disagree with it. He is not a fan at all of the eye test. And, like, because he thinks that, like, well, you can say something about an eye test, specifically referencing Notre Dame and Miami. It's like, yeah, well, Notre Dame has looked better against these common opponents. Well, who looked better when they played each other? Like, does that not matter at
yeah,
all? You know, like, and I don't know, man. Like,
hate
it
it,
doesn't
bro.
make any sense to me.
Sark needs to just call Ohio State and Michigan and say, hey, we're not playing. cancel the games. We're not doing it. We're gonna schedule an ACC team, right? We're gonna schedule a new Pac-12 team, right? That's what we're gonna do. Might as well. They don't matter. They don't matter. They
I
don't
don't agree with
matter
that
at
though. I don't agree
all.
with that though because I think those matchups make college football great, dude. So we don't have to watch, you know, whoever Ohio State versus Ohio. You know what I mean? Like, and I granted, OU played some dog shit teams in the
I'm
non-con,
with
but
you.
like
I'm with
we
you.
also
I want
scheduled
to keep
Michigan.
playing
You
big
know,
games like that, bro. I love it, and I think it shows a lot about the teams that keep scheduling big games like that. And the thing is, but then you look at Notre Dame. No one gives them flack. No one gives them flack at all. No
no, I
one like,
agree. I know I agree with you on that, and I
excuse me. No
think
one at
it's
the big, the people making decisions. No one gives them flack, but everyone else is like, oh yeah, Notre Dame's kind of over here, so let's just go ahead and pencil them in every single year and
I
let
just
them
yeah I
play
don't
as
get the Notre Dame
a
love, man.
B plus tier, a B plus graded schedule. On NCAA when you create your schedule, it
Mhm.
might be B minus
Well, and
depending on how
like
the end of
Notre
the
Dame,
season is.
what win do you hang your hat on this year if you're Notre Dame? Is it USC?
No,
Well, who's the better win that they have then?
they don't.
Pitt,
I truly,
Navy,
and that's
USC
the
is the
thing.
best win they have on their schedule.
And what sucks about that is because you look at the records and you're like, okay, that's not bad. But then you deep dive into the statistics and everything with
Oh no,
SC and
yeah,
like it's so worse. But the thing it's all
that's what I was about
right
to
here
get
in
at.
front of you first. It's like, dude, but there's like so much more into that. And that also goes into like the Big Ten is trash, bro. It's not good. They don't have a lot of good teams. And that's another thing people don't understand. Is like, oh yeah, they got these losses. Bro, have you seen who they play?
In the Big
Big
Ten, I
SC.
think. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
I was just going to
I
say the
was
Big Ten,
kind
they
of
have 5 of their 16 conference teams are ranked. For the SEC, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half the teams in the SEC are ranked, and people you can say things like, I mean, people say that it's bias, from these polls that are made earlier in the year. I mean, you can say what you want, but like Brett McMurphy posts out like P4 records against conferences, and the SEC has the best record when it comes to playing against other P4 conferences. Like
And
that's
can
where the
we
best
also
talent
add to this
goes.
note that, and you can add this to the SEC too with Texas and Oklahoma, but how many of those teams are implants?
Like, what do you mean?
How that transfer from the Pac-12? How many of these are
Oh
true
yeah,
Big Ten teams?
that
Not
are ranked.
many. Yeah,
Let me look. I can
the
actually
two
tell you that.
highest are Oregon. This is Oregon outside of Ohio State, Indiana. There's two. You have Oregon
Michigan's ranked.
and SC. So you have two of your five are implants. So
Mm.
two of the eight, which that means still 6-4 or 6-3
Yeah, no, you're right.
at that point.
You are
It's
right.
just like
It's
I
just
get
like,
it, but
man,
and
and
honestly, I think Vandy's ranked too freaking high. I don't understand that at all. I don't get that, bro. I don't understand the Vandy thing, man.
Vandy's best win would be what? Unless I'm forgetting it, LSU, who has 5 losses. Like who? I'm trying to think of who Vandy beat that was really really good. I mean, they beat Missouri, who has 4 losses. They beat Auburn, who is got 7 losses, I think. Yeah, like who
Uh,
does Vanderbilt have a good win over to justify them
no,
being ranked in the top 14?
nobody,
Like
man. I
I
don't
will
think
agree
so.
with that bias a little bit, but like at the end of the day, they're still 9-2
The
with
SEC
their only
bias, I guess.
losses being to Texas, who's ranked in the top 20, and
Yeah,
Alabama, who's ranked in the top. I think they were number 10.
and they took a bad Auburn team to OT.
Yeah, I mean that Auburn team played a lot of teams close earlier in the year, man.
I
Like
agree.
they only lost to Georgia by 10. Like OU only won that game by 7. Had to score a touchdown in the fourth quarter to win it.
So are they grading this off of like how do they rank wins? Are they still counting ranked wins at that time? Like it's still a ranked
Dude,
win if the
honestly,
team's still ranked?
I
I'm
don't
not
know, man,
understanding.
because like
Because I'm looking
before,
at
like
Vandy's schedule and they have a 1, 2, if they're counting past W's, like past rankings, as
like
was 1, 2,
no, I see what you're
3,
looking at, man. Like
3.
South
Like yeah,
Carolina was ranked 11, LSU
yeah.
was ranked 10 when they played. Like I don't know, man.
That's
Obviously,
just
those
that's
teams
why I
both
think they should
suck.
just. That's why I think they should just fucking stop paying attention to the AP and shit because they really don't matter at all
No,
until
rankings
you
don't
get
really matter,
great
man.
look.
You, like, I understand you have to rank teams, I guess, but like
Yeah,
I
show it on
personally like, and
paper.
this is a different conversation than what we were eventually like initially starting on. But like rankings probably don't even need to be a thing until you probably get 4 weeks into the season, 4 or 5 weeks into the season, and you see how good teams actually are. Because
Yeah.
damn man, you go back and you look at the preseason top 25 or the week one top 25, a lot of dog shit there that's no longer ranked. So I mean, just four off the top of my head: Clemson, Florida, South Carolina, um,
Hmm.
that's only three. LSU. There's four teams that were all ranked in the top, I think, 15 that are either a like right around 500 or not going to make a bowl game. Florida. So, which by the way, that's why Texas is not as high as they would be, even with the Ohio State loss.
Oh,
I want to
man.
bring that up real quick because I don't think that the committee would punish you guys as much if you were 9-2 with only losses to Georgia, which by the way, you got boat raced against Georgia. Uh,
No.
stop, stop. Uh, and then like you went into the shoe and you lost by 7 in week one. I just don't think the committee would hold that, guys. I just don't think they would hold that against you guys as bad as they're holding that third loss. Which I mean, not the Georgia game, but like that loss to Florida. I think that is what hurt you guys more than anything. And like I understand, it's like, well, if we would have just played, like maybe not North Texas, but like Kent State week one instead of Ohio State, like we'd be 9-2 instead of 8-3, and like we'd be
That's what I'm
sitting probably
saying.
right in the top
If
12. And like
we
I get that,
if we
but let's
scheduled a ACC team and beat the shit out of them, it'd been like, okay, well, like, yeah, cool. These guys only have two losses now. Like, why schedule the out of conference? I don't understand it. It doesn't make
but
sense
also like
outside of selling tickets
but also
and for the
the
fans.
reason why you schedule it because you look at Ohio State, who's not played anybody all year, but they have a big win over a Texas team, and that win either it bolsters you up or it drops you down. Look at OU. If we would have lost to Michigan,
Hmm.
we'd be 8-3 right now, and we'd be on the outside looking in, just like Texas. So, like, because we have the two conference losses, just like Texas does. Um, so it's just I don't like I get what you're saying, like I do. I'm not a fan of
It's
that.
tough.
I would like I hope teams keep scheduling tough out of conference opponents because I think it's better for college football. I trust me, I get where you're coming from. I'm just not a particular fan of that argument personally.
Well, and I'm just sitting here like, I just looked at Oregon's schedule, bro. Their best
Dog
win
ass.
is over a who is this,
USC.
bro?
It's like Notre Dame.
He,
That's their best win is USC.
yes, it's over USC. They're the only ones ranked
And guess what
still.
USC's best win is, dude? Take a wild guess at what you think USC's best win is.
I don't even know. I haven't looked at the schedule. Let me check.
And unless I'm just completely tripping, I'm almost positive that it's a 4 loss. No, they lost to Illinois. Let me see. Oh no, okay. They beat Michigan, who has 2 losses. I'll give them that. They beat Michigan 31-13. But like again, that's the win you hang your hat on.
It's so tough, dude. Like, why? And you can't reward these guys for
I
this
mean,
shit,
and they
bro.
also they beat a 4 loss Iowa team as well. And then they went and played Notre Dame, got beat by 10 on the road, and then they went to Oregon and lost by 2 touchdowns again on the road. That's just the Lincoln Riley special for you, man. Doesn't win big games.
I
So
hate how people compare the Big Ten to the SEC like it's a big bias. The SEC is a bias because we're good. It's how it is. Look at the Big Ten top to bottom. They have 4 to 5 teams, respectively, not even close to half of their
mm.
conference. Like, come on.
And now I feel like the only team that maybe gets a chance to talk and give some pushback on that is probably Ohio State because they
Take
had to
Ohio
beat.
State out of the Big
Well,
Ten,
how
it's
many teams
nothing.
did they have to beat last year? How many SEC teams did they have to beat in the playoff to win it all? At least two, right?
Let me check.
Yeah, it was two because they beat Tennessee round one. I think they killed
Well, they
Oregon
beat, didn't they
round
play
two.
Georgia?
No, they didn't play
Did they-
Georgia. Who did they play, man? Oh, they played Texas.
Oh, yeah, we lost.
Come on, how do you
Yeah,
not remember that?
but who did they play in the championship? Because
Notre Dame.
I'm
They
trying to
played
figure
Notre
that
Dame in
out.
the national championship. Yeah, you forget about that. And Notre Dame, hey, they did beat Georgia, but this is last year. This is like Gunnar Stockton had just got thrown in to play last year. Like he didn't have a full season like he's had this year. Like you were coming right off Carson Beck just destroying his elbow. So like, it was a different
Yeah.
situation. I will give props to Notre Dame though for going to a national championship and like not getting embarrassed because Notre Dame is kind of notorious for getting embarrassed in the playoff. And yes, I know I'm an Oklahoma fan, and I know that we lost by 42 to Ole Miss. So, or not almost to LSU in the playoffs. So, like I get that happened, but you guys have been
I
embarrassed
think
more than
that's
me have.
equivalent. That's equivalent to the Notre Dame loss, bro. That's
Notre Dame's been
equivalent.
shut out in a playoff game. I'm pretty sure
I
we
agree.
have
I
not, or
agree.
held to 3. At least we've scored in all of ours. Which, by the way, Missouri did not score on Saturday, so they can go fuck
Man,
themselves. Dude, I hate Missouri fans. Oh, dude, if we want to talk about that at all, we could get into that too. I hate Missouri fans. They're awful. Like you had one double-digit win season with a win over Ohio State's fourth string, and you just thought you were hot shit now because you beat Jackson Arnold last year. Cool, man. Cool. You didn't score a touchdown in Norman this year. You haven't won in Norman since 1966. Suck my balls. Hope you enjoyed that loss and your fourth loss. Wanted to get that off my chest. Oh, did I hate Missouri? Hate them. Anyways,
man. So before we keep straying so far off track,
yeah, we're 20 minutes in
LSU,
and we're so
OU,
far off track. LSU.
LSU, OU.
Okay, you want my
What we
thoughts on
got?
it? Okay, these are my thoughts. I think so. This is what I think should happen. I think OU should win this game by 3 scores. I think they should. I think that there's an avenue where they can put up 20 points and hold LSU to no touchdowns, 3 points. Because Nussmeier again is not playing because he's hurt. And they're going to
Ooh.
be playing Michael Van Buren. And I mean, that dude can sling it a little bit, but like, he's just not very good, man. Like, and they almost lost to the Hilltoppers of, I think, Western Kentucky last week, 13-10. Like, that was a 3-score game in the fourth quarter. So, like, at home on senior night, I like as bad as OU's offense has been. Like, I don't know. I think OU finds a way to score 24 points. I think they win by. I think OU wins 27-3. That's my prediction. We'll see.
Dang, so 27-3. So
I just don't think
you
LSU is
think they're
very
gonna
good.
cover? You think OU's
Yes.
gonna cover?
Even if OU doesn't win by 24 points, I think OU's going to cover because I think the spread is 8, 9.5,
10.5. 10 and a
10.5.
half.
Yeah, I think
OU.
OU. Yeah, I think OU covers. So,
Okay, well, you think it's gonna be under 36.5?
dude, that would surprise me. Our offense is terrible, and I can
That's
talk about that a
true.
little bit too. I can talk about that a
Is
little
this
bit
a
too, man.
trap game at all? Who's
Yes,
is this a trap
100%,
game at all?
100%. OU lose this game. I am not confident that we're just going to roll out there and win by
What?
24
So what?
points. But
Just
again, that's what I
theoretically,
think.
what happens if OU gets beat? Texas beats Vandy, so that's one of the crazy things that would have to
Well,
happen,
if OU
right?
loses, you can say hello to the Music City Bowl or the Citrus Bowl or
Hold on.
something. Because a 3-loss OU team losing to this LSU squad does not deserve to make it to the playoffs. I
But
don't
does a
care.
three-loss OU team discredit a three-loss Texas team? That's my worry if this happens. That if
Okay,
OU loses here, then and Texas, even if Texas wins, that definitely kind of kills the OU win that we have. So
and I also just want to say this, and you can disagree with me if you want, but I feel like you just need to get it in your head now that I just don't think Texas is going to make the playoff. I just don't
I'm
think that's
just
going to
saying.
happen.
I'm
I'm not
just
saying they're a bad
saying.
team. I'm just saying I don't think they're going to make the playoff, even if they beat A&M. I just don't
I
think
don't
it's going to
have
happen.
expectations. I have hope, right? You know, I prepare for the worst and I hope for the best. So I'm hoping that we make the playoffs somehow. And like you said, a lot of crazy things have to happen, but we're
Well, like
not
first,
out.
you need the Big 12 to be a one bid league. You need BYU to lose to Texas Tech in the conference championship. You need that to happen. Um,
Make
I
Ohio
think
State run the SEC gauntlet, bro. Prove prove to the world that you want to show that the SEC isn't really like that. You could do that by putting the three-loss SEC team in there and making an out of non-SEC team win the freaking championship.
yeah, man, I don't know.
It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Because it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't
Sh-
happen. Because listen,
Should.
a 3-loss Alabama team was left out last year who had really good wins over Georgia, but
Hmm.
they lost to Oklahoma who went 6-6, and Florida's worse than that. They lost to Vanderbilt, who I think was also right around 500 last year. And then who else did Alabama lose to?
I thought Vandy was in the rank, didn't they?
I don't think Vandy was super good last year. I mean, they were better than normal.
Shit.
Um,
They
yeah, they were
were
12th in the
yeah.
SEC last year. Yeah, they were
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and
they were
6.
7-6 last year. So like they weren't very
Yeah,
like they
so
weren't
I guess
like
so.
they weren't very good last year. Who else did Bama lose to? Did they lose to Tennessee last year?
Yes, right. That was one of the losses.
Yeah, and then they
Was it
also
was that
lost in
at
their bowl
Neyland?
game. I think so. I don't remember. Oh, my light flicked off there. Anyways, man, yeah. I don't know. The playoff, obviously, we have other things we could talk about, and we'll get into game breakdowns, like Texas A&M, OU, LSU, and stuff like that. But the playoff is like the big thing to talk about right now. Like it's Tuesday night, November 25th. And I mean, the rankings just came out tonight. So that's obviously what we're talking about. Was there anything that surprised you, man, in the rankings that came out?
Yes. Like I said, Michigan and Notre Dame. Or not Notre Dame, Michigan and
Well,
Vanderbilt. Them
the
two,
thing,
for
I think
sure.
Miami jumping Utah surprised me, dude. Like like I partially get it because Utah almost lost to K State, but also like a couple weeks ago, you heard the same, like it's the same argument, but it's flipped around to favor whoever they want. Because when A&M was down 30-3 at half, the South Carolina, all I heard after that game was what a great comeback by A&M, man. Like for them to do
Hmm.
what they did, Marcel Reed had a Heisman like performance in the second half. Like that was a great win for A&M to come back and win. And now like you're gonna punish Utah, like I understand they gave up more points and they gave up 500 rushing yards to Kansas State, but dude, they were down 10 points with like what?
I think it's
With
more of a
7 minutes left, they were
precursor.
down 10 points and they won.
I think it's more of a precursor because you got Texas Tech and BYU.
No, I know, I understand
It's
that.
just like and who was BYU's loss and who's Texas Tech's loss?
Texas Tech lost to Arizona State without their starting
And
quarterback.
and BYU lost to Texas Tech. So
And I mean, like Texas Tech didn't have their starting quarterback.
Big
Whatever.
12 is gonna. I think Big 12 is gonna be a one big league.
I do too. I just don't think BYU fans are beating their chest. I think that if you play Tech again, it's gonna be very similar to what you saw earlier.
Mhm.
So
But
personally.
my thing is, there's no way they're gonna put Vanderbilt. If that happens, if they put another SEC team in there, why would they put Vanderbilt in at that point over Texas?
It's your
If
third
Texas
loss,
wins,
though. I
but
get
we
that,
have
but
the head
like,
to head versus Vandy, I guess. But we'd have the better wins too, a
I
lot better
know.
wins if OU wins.
No, yeah, you have the better wins. I think and this is where it gets kind of weird because, like, truly, like, how do you talk? Like, how do you look at that? Because Texas has the worst loss out of that group. Just, I mean, by far,
Yeah,
you have the worst loss, but also you've got better wins. I mean, you beat Oklahoma, who's a top 10 team. Other like that is other than like, let's just go ahead and talk. What do you think is the best wins in college football this year? I would just say like Texas over Oklahoma.
it's a
You
big
could
win.
probably say Ohio State over Texas, but like Texas has 3 losses. Obviously, it's still a big win.
Yeah,
Uh, OU over Alabama was a big win. Um, Georgia over Ole Miss was a big win this year.
Indiana over Oregon at that
Indiana over
point in the
Oregon was a
season.
big win this year. Like, and I don't know, man. It's been like a crazy year in college football, but also like these last few weeks, I feel like things are getting less crazy, except for like the
Yeah.
bottom 4 spots of like the playoff. Like the top
But
eight is kind of
we
feels
haven't
like
had
it's
a
set.
lot of we haven't had a lot of like good slates of recent though.
No, yeah, it's
Like
been the same
great
for the NFL
slates.
too, honestly.
Yeah. So
But
hopefully there's movement. Like even Michigan, I don't know. Like Michigan wins. They're at 15 right now. Will they put a 10? Will they jump a 10-2 Michigan team into
hey,
the
man,
playoff? I don't know.
here's the thing though: if Michigan beats Ohio State, and
That outranks the fucking 3 loss Texas team.
these dogs are psychotic, man.
There's so much chaos that could come from this weekend. That's the thing. This weekend is a weekend of
I
chaos
know, dude.
leading into the conference championship because how did they
It's
do the conference champions?
it's rivalry week, dude. Like that's where things get crazy, especially like with the like. Dude, hey, shut up.
Clip that. Clip Nah, just playing.
Dude, I thought I muted. Damn it. Oh God. People are gonna think I abuse my dogs. I don't. He just doesn't listen unless I raise my voice sometimes. Sometimes. I swear I would never let him.
That's so fucking funny, dude.
I
I do the
I
same
would
shit,
trade my
bro.
life for this dog, man. I just love him. Okay. Like I said, their mom's not home. Yeah, Carson's not home right now, so they're whenever she gets
Dog,
home, they'll
shut the
come done.
fuck
So,
up, dude.
dude, I know she's watching Dancing with the Stars at her mom's because it's the finale this week, and I just
Bro, women go
brother,
crazy over that.
he wants to get a mention on the podcast, dude. Might have to throw him in the description for the YouTube title because he's talking so much. Hey, be quiet. Okay, I don't even remember what we were talking about. We were talking about rivalry weekend, I think.
Dude,
Um,
no way Auburn upsets Bama too, right? But that's like that wouldn't be the first time something crazy in the Iron Bowls happened.
well, dude, and like the last two times that Bama has had to go to Auburn to play, like Bama has absolutely broken Auburn's heart with the way that they've won. Like you go back to that Bryce Young game where they were down 10-3 in the fourth, and he threw that touchdown to so I don't remember the guy's name. But then they went to overtime and then they won on the 2-point conversion, like in Jordan Hare. Um, you had the Jalen Milrow like prayer fourth down touchdown. Like Bama
Yeah,
has been like breaking Auburn's heart recently, and Auburn, as bad as they've been in the game with Alabama. So like
it's
it could be
rivalry
interesting, man.
games, bro. Rivalry games, man.
I know, like I just don't think Auburn's offense is
No,
nearly good
and
enough.
here's one thing that's not gonna happen: Georgia Tech's no chance. Georgia Tech's upsetting Georgia. No chance in hell.
No shot at all. No shot at all. Georgia
No
Tech has
shots,
looked
bro.
like straight ass cheeks.
So bro, they've had this shit scheduled. They're 9-2. Give them credit for their fucking record, but they're one spot ahead Tulane, 9-2 Tulane. So that tells you how much they care about a 9-2 fucking Georgia Tech
Dude,
ACC team.
not to deviate from that, but you mentioned Tulane. How about 9-2 Tulane being the highest ranked G5 and North Texas and JMU, who are both 10-1, not in the college football playoff rankings?
It's because North Texas head coach is booted.
Which
That's
I think is
why.
crazy, dude, because he's already said that he's gonna coach them. Like if they were to make a playoff, he's gonna coach that game. It's so dumb, man.
Did you
Like, because
did
they're
you
ranked
see
in the
what
coaches
they
poll
said
and the AP.
about Ole Miss? Did you see what they said about Ole Miss? If Kiffin leaves,
Yeah,
they probably lose a couple spots. That's crazy.
yeah. Like it's like the whole Florida State getting left out because Jordan Travis got hurt. Like, and I understand they got like railed, bent over a barrel by Georgia, but also like I think like the entire Florida State team opted out for that game after they didn't make the playoff. So they still lost by 60, granted, but like 90% of that team, I think, opted out of that bowl game
Yeah,
against Georgia.
trash.
That, they all like to bolster up about how FSU didn't belong. I don't agree with that. And I think that was that the year that Texas got in?
First year, I believe.
So was that the Washington? That would have been the matchup against
Yeah.
Washington. Which like I'm not trying to discredit Texas because they had a good year, but like Florida State being undefeated, and I think Alabama actually ended up taking the spot that like they didn't deserve. I don't remember, man. It's been a couple years now, but
Dude, Florida
it's
State would
just
have got
crazy
mollywopped, bro.
they did.
We got
But
mollywopped.
anyways, man, yeah, that's kind of our look at and our thoughts on the playoff and the rankings right now. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these next few weeks play out, man. Like I'm so excited. I get the rest of this week off. Football Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday coming up, man. Like it doesn't get better than
And
this.
Monday?
Well, Monday Night Football, NFL, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let me see who's playing on Monday
Should
Night
be.
Football. Speaking of pick'ems are done. You need to go fill them out because there's Thursday, Friday games this week on our pick'ems. Yeah, the Monday game is Giants Patriots. The 2-10 Giants against the 10-2 Patriots.
And we're
But
missing our best players. It's crazy.
yeah, Weir, are you a Giants fan again?
Yes, I've been a Giants fan. I've been said that.
You still have that run left hat or what?
No, I don't actually.
Can
I don't even know where
I?
that's at.
Your screen is black, by the way. I don't know if you know
Yeah, I
that.
know. I'm filling out these pickums.
Ah, okay. All right, man. Well, now I'm gonna jump on
Oh,
into some
dude,
other stuff.
Tennessee, Vanny's gonna get fucking beat. bro. That's Vandy's getting beat, so it's a
I think
whatever.
so
They're
too.
done.
I think so too. I think so too. We'll talk about that.
Damn,
But
bro. Damn, what's going on, bro? Crazy.
um I'm not going to spend too long on this. Just I'm going to break down the OU Missouri game just very quickly. Like I'm talking like less than 5 minutes. OU beat Missouri 17-6. Uh Again, I still think OU has the best running rush defense in the country. They held the SEC rushing leader to 57 yards. Listen to this. Ahmed Hardy had 47 rushing yards on the first drive of the game. 47. For the rest of the game, he had 10 yards on 14 carries after the very first drive in the first quarter. Missouri also had 0 rushing yards in the second half. And once again, OU forced multiple turnovers. So we'll take that. We had another OU player named to an SEC weekly honor. Taylor Wine, I think, got player of the week, defensive player of the week. So yeah, man, the defense continues to light it up. And that's why I think OU can play with almost anybody, just because I think their defense is good enough to keep them in any game. Like even in the games that they lost, man, like they were in it in the fourth quarter until things fell apart against Texas. The punt return and then that final field goal. Like it was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. And then like again, offense just couldn't get it done. Mateer threw 3 picks in that game. You go to the Ole Miss game. I mean, the defense, that was the game that like there was a lot left on the field offensively, but Ole Miss also could have won by more. Like that's probably the worst game the defense has played, in my opinion. But anyways, neither here nor there. Um, John Mateer did fine. I mean, he didn't do great. He didn't light the world on fire. He threw for less than 200 yards again. But he hasn't turned the ball over now in 2 straight weeks. But I'll tell you, man, I said it and I'll keep saying it. The offense is not inventive. It's not creative. There are plays to be made, but like I was listening to the OU breakdown again. Gabe Eichert was talking about it. This offense is majorly RPO based. Like I'm talking 90 to 95% RPO based. And that means John Mateer has to make the right decision 95% of the time because they're asking him to make decisions. There's no just, hey, just hand this ball off. Hey, this is just straight play action. This is what you're reading. It's, hey, there's an RPO attached to every single play.
Mm-hmm.
And half the time he's making the wrong decision. And the other half of the time, he makes 1 to 2 plays a game that has been enough to win because the defense has been good enough. But I don't know, man. I think they have to simplify it. I think they are what they are offensively. I don't think John Mateer is good enough to continually being tasked to make the right decisions. I just don't think he's there yet to be the guy to win the game on his own. Like I just don't think he's there yet. Obviously, he's not. He's not seeing things. I mean, I sent clips to our Twitter chat earlier today of just plays that were there to be made that he just didn't see. Wide open guys, missed handoffs that could have gone for 15, 20 yards. And it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating to watch knowing that it's there. But I don't know. Maybe they are what they are. Uh, Isaiah Satania is our best player offensively. That dude is our best player offensively. He had 109 yards, an 87-yard touchdown, which was the majority of it. But again, I mean, the offense is way too reliant on the big play, dude. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of how that game went. The defense dominated. Bo Prabula, Matt Zollers, Drew Pine, Chase Daniel. Don't matter who you threw out there. You weren't doing shit against this OU defense. And you rush back Bo Prabula just for him to play bad, throw 2 picks, get sacked 4 times. So, yeah, this OU defense is good, man. Also, Missouri's defense is really, really good. I hope people put some respect on them. Like I know that OU's offense didn't play well, but Missouri has a really good defense. So, yeah, OU won. So again, I'll take it. Still plenty to complain about, but I'm happy. So,
Well, I can get into a little bit of Texas, Arkansas.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
High
So
scoring
we
game, dude.
actually,
High scoring game.
yeah, real high scoring game. Um, 52-37.
Yep.
We only put up 51 other time, and that was against Sam Houston. So this felt good. Arch got Maxwell Player of the Week, by the way. Um, Receiving, rushing, and passing touchdowns. So let's talk about it. This guy's good. This guy's legit. We dog walked Arkansas. I think hoping so much that we game plan the fuck out of A&M because when we went into this game, it was straight up bully ball all game long, and we kind of like I said, our offense hit a stride. Offense was hit a stride. Our Parker Livingstone, dog, dog. Ryan Wingo, dog. Demo, dog. I mean, you gotta understand these guys are. going out there after being kind of mid all freaking season long up until the last couple weeks. Well, last week. And we just dog walked him, man. DeAndre Moore 3 touchdowns. He had a hat trick, bro. Archman, he had one receiving. Parker Lewison had one, but he was spreading the ball around. He was spreading the ball around. Multiple people got receptions. That's what we like to see. Run game still fucking. That's the
So
kryptonite.
so. Yeah.
Just
Feel that.
kryptonite. We averaged 3.5 on the ground. 3.5 on the ground, and our one touchdown came from March. So we got to do something about that. I don't really know what's going to happen in the offseason with these guys because there's no way we keep Trey Wisner and CJ Baxter, bro. They're
Mm.
glass. They're glass, and they haven't this year. They haven't been very productive at all, like at all. You can blame some of that on the linemen, but I think the linemen picked it up. Bro. I'm not saying that they had open holes all the time and just missing them, but man, at least in the passing game, we seem to pick it up. Or Archer's starting to learn how to be a playmaker, essentially a play extender. So I don't know. We'll see. That's going to be tough, and if we lose, it's going to be because of that. I think. But I think we might torch A&M a little bit here and there. But we got to do it early. We got to
I think you
start
guys
early.
definitely have a chance to put up some points, man. Like we talked earlier this year, I think it may have been before Red River or maybe I don't remember when it was. But we were talking about how we didn't have Texas. We didn't think Texas would beat Vanderbilt, Georgia, and A&M to close out the season. I think we were having a conversation about that at one point.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, obviously, you're 1-1, and I really do think that there's a chance for Texas to put up some points here, man. Like this game is going to be close. Like I just don't see a world where this game is not close. Um, and mainly just because Texas has figured out a way to have an offensive identity again. But the bad thing is, I mean, Anthony Hill, what broke his hand?
Yeah, he has a little bit of a broken hand. I think he's going to be
Yeah.
back though. From the honest.
Oh, is he
Well,
going to be back?
yeah, and the thing is he kind of. I mean, if I'm a dude, you know what I mean. And
No,
we're
yeah,
kind of
no,
in a
yeah.
spot. I'm playing. I guess I'm not. I wouldn't
No, I
understand
got
why
you,
he would.
man.
I get why he wouldn't play, but it wouldn't make sense for him not to play if he's like somewhat able to tackle somebody, right?
I agree with you. Um, it'll be interesting to see. Like Texas's defense, obviously, like they have not been the same defense for whatever
No.
reason, and I think injuries have played a part in it in one. And I really don't know what else to say for it. Honestly, I
I
think
want to
you got
say
some really good players that can throw the football too.
we can say injury, sure, but I think for the most part it was the back five hasn't played near as well. For one, Michael Taft looks
Michael
so
Taff has been
bad the
getting
last 2 weeks,
he's been
bro.
getting fucked on the last few weeks.
He it looks so bad the last 2 weeks, and I don't know what that's about because he hasn't been as hard hitting here recently, which sucks.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. And I don't think we were really giving up a whole lot of runs, but last game, Arkansas was doing it. But I didn't know this. They're the number one up until they play Texas. I'm sure it's still the same. They're the number one team for explosive plays in the SEC.
I would have to look. I would have to look that up.
They were averaging like 12 something yards
Mhm.
explosive play. I don't know what measure, but whoever was announcing said that.
But hey, man, I will say Texas A&M. They've got a top 20 offense and defense.
Heck yeah, yeah, they're good.
Um,
They're a good team.
But I mean, they've also shown that they're susceptible, man. They gave up 42 to Arkansas. They gave up 30 to South Carolina. Granted, that was all in the first half. They've also played some other close games this year. They gave up 40 to Notre Dame. Obviously, they won that game. I think points are going to be scored. I'm not sure what the over under is.
It's
Let me
I
look
got it
here.
right here.
It's 51 and a half.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna take
personally,
the if Texas is
I'm
gonna
going to take the
win,
over.
yeah, it has to be the over because there's no way. I don't think with how the defense is
Dude,
playing, there's no way we shut them out.
well, just watch this
Not
be
shut
like a
them out, but
gross
like
like 13 to 16 game or something like that where
that's what I'm scared of, bro. But like, I guess it's not the craziest thing. But like
no, it's
Texas
not. I
doing
mean,
that,
A&M's only favored they're favored by less than a field goal, man. Like obviously Vegas thinks that this is basically a pick 'em game. This is a pick 'em essentially. Um and I can give you my prediction. We can wait if you want when we go through all of our pick 'ems together or I can just go ahead and tell you kind of what I think. Um
yeah. Yeah, we just wait, I guess, till the end.
Okay. Well, then I won't give
Or
you my
whatever when
score.
you pick 'ems.
I won't give you my score who I think is going to win, but I think it's going to be a good game, man. I'm excited for it, and I'm not normally am I excited to watch a Texas game, just because I mean I don't really care to watch Texas, but I mean I watch them. I watch the Georgia game, things like that. I mean I'm down to just watch good football, man. Obviously I'm always rooting for Texas to lose, but that's just because I'm an Oklahoma fan. That's how it goes. But I'm just glad to have good football, man. And like a conversation we had on a different podcast, I said, man, 2 years ago, going into the final week of the season, OU was getting ready to play TCU our last week of the season. Granted, LSU kind of sucks this year, but like I'd much rather be playing LSU than TCU at home to close out the season. And I mean, Texas is playing A&M compared to who were they playing in their Big 12 regular season finale? Some Big 12
Uh,
shitter?
A&M.
No, who was the last Big 12 conference game Texas played that wasn't the Big 12 championship? Like the game before you played Oklahoma State. Do you remember the last regular season game you played in 2023?
No clue. I'm sure I do. I'm just not fucking thinking.
I only remember it because I was at the OU game because OU played tennis or TCU and put up 69 points and won 69 to like 45.
Was it? I don't know. I don't know.
But like I'm sure it would. I mean, could have been like a Baylor, West Virginia,
Yeah,
uh,
something like that.
BYU, whoever the hell, Houston. Like I'm just saying, man. Like the final week matters, and that's what's you can say whatever you want about OU Texas leaving, man, but this is why they left. Like OU went on the road 2 weeks in a row and won in two big environments, and that's what's probably going to propel them into the college football playoff. If OU had two losses and they were still in the Big 12,
Texas Tech. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Texas Tech.
it was Texas Tech. Okay, if
Yeah.
OU had two losses and they were still in the Big 12, and let's say instead of Ole Miss, you lost to, let's say BYU, which I mean I guess they're up there, and then I guess Texas Tech. I just feel like it'd be looked at a little bit different. And maybe that's not the best example because those are both one-loss teams because OU lost to a 2 and a 3-loss team. But I don't know, man. Like I just feel like it's looked at differently. Obviously, the SEC is propelled higher up. I mean, you can tell by looking at the rankings. They've got half of their teams ranked. But I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I enjoy having these matchups a little bit more, and I think they're just more exciting, personally. So I don't know. 2 years in a row, OU Ole Miss hasn't mattered, or OU LSU hasn't mattered. So it'll be
Well,
interesting to see if this one. I mean, obviously, if LSU wins, it does matter. So because that'll knock us out. But, anyways, that was kind of our thoughts about that. We talked about the college football playoff rankings. Just real quick, man. Let's talk about Oklahoma State. Lil bro here in the state of Oklahoma. They've got a new football coach. Eric Morris
good hire.
is leaving North Texas, possibly bringing his quarterback with him, who just casually throws for like 400 yards a game.
He's a
Uh,
freshman too, if I'm not mistaken,
I
right?
think so. The Mestamaker
Yeah,
kid.
man. Yeah, he's
OSU could
fucking
turn
good.
things around and win 7, 8 games like that. Realistically, they could. I just,
Especially if he's
I
like that.
oh yeah, for sure. I think it's a good hire, man. Like obviously, Alex Galesh was a possibility as well that they were talking about. I saw some reports that it came down to Eric Morris or Colin Klein, which is interesting. I
Yeah.
probably would have gone Colin Klein, but like if you get the Mestamaker kid from North Texas, maybe that makes it worth it. And I do think that Morris is a good coach, and I mean it's a better fit than Meacham, who they got right now, which I know that he's just an interim, but it'll be interesting, man. I think OSU got them a good coach. I think it was the right hire, and I am happy for him. And maybe this guy will take a different stance on Bedlam. Maybe he wants to renew the series. We'll see. Don't know.
Well, I'm just
Would love to
looking
renew it.
into his little career here.
I mean,
And
North
he
Texas
was
should be in
at
playoff contention with the way the rules are set up, even though I don't believe a
yeah.
G5 team should just automatically get in.
So he was at Washington. He was the OC at Washington State in 2022.
Yeah, bro. Like he helped recruit John Mateer. I think Cam Ward. I saw a tweet earlier today.
Well, he was
Read what you
at
got there.
Incarnate Word for from 2018 to 2021. So yeah,
Yeah.
that would be true.
Let me see. Somebody sent. So he was Patrick Mahomes' offensive coordinator at Texas Tech. He recruited Cam Ward and developed him at Incarnate Word. Recruited John Mateer to Wazoo. Recruited Drew Mestamaker, who, by the way, all these guys were like 0-star quarterbacks. Cam Ward, John Mateer, Drew Mestamaker. And he has had a hand in developing all of them. Now, John Mateer has been the worst out of that group, obviously, so far. But all guys that have been upper echelon, especially if you include Patrick Mahomes, Cam Ward, who were both. Patrick wasn't a Heisman contender, but obviously he's done crazy things at the NFL level. Cam Ward was a Heisman contender. And Drew Mestamaker, dude, is just casually throwing for like 400 yards a game. So,
Looking at his records here, man, he's had two good seasons. 2021 Incarnate Word, which was his last year,
mm-hmm.
and 2025 North Texas, which was his last year. Prior to those seasons leading up, Incarnate Word 2018 through 2020, he was 6-5. He made playoffs, got beat out first round. He was 5-7. He was 3-3, and then he went 10-3 and got called up to North Texas. He then went to North Texas, went 5-7, 6-7, and 10-1. But in those 5-7, 6-7 uh
You keep saying it, man.
seasons, he went 3-5 in conference. He made the bowl game, obviously, the second year. I guess you could say it's an improvement. Sure, he was 21-15 at North
Mhm.
Texas and 12-11 in conference. So you can say he's been. I'm not discrediting his quarterback magic. I don't know what that is, but he's got that.
God, this
I
motion
guess this
sensor
will be
light,
a
dude.
really big test to see if he can really prove that at
Mm,
this level of football as a head coach. Obviously, it's worked everywhere else at some point,
yeah,
but we haven't seen the next season of the great season at any of these other coaching stops as a head coach. So we'll see. I think it's a great hire. I don't think it's the best hire. I think they had maybe some other more qualified individuals in my opinion, but
that's gonna piss me
um
off, dude.
nonetheless, I think that says a lot about uh Oklahoma State. He is a Texas guy, so uh I don't know
I mean, he'll have
exactly. Yeah,
some run-ins with the state, which helps with
he's
recruiting.
40 he's 40 years old, so he's young. He's from Texas. He's recruited in Texas for most of his coached and recruited in Texas for a lot of his career for the most part.
Mhm.
So we'll see. He played ball. Uh
This made me so mad, dude. Stay
he
home.
only played professional 1 year. He went to Texas Tech. He only played professional 1 year, but it was in the CFL. So he knows something for sure and
Oh no, yeah, he
knows he
does,
could
man.
probably get things done. I just interesting hiring now that you dive into the details of it, I think, with the records of things.
Hmm.
But that's not discrediting, like I said, his recruiting ability or his just quarterback development ability. But we'll see. I hope Oklahoma State made the right hire. That's all I gotta
I
say.
think they did too,
I
man.
we'll see if it's a long term.
As much as I'm not a fan, obviously, of Oklahoma State as an OU fan, dude, this light had been working the whole time, and now all of a sudden it just wants to like not stay on, and it's starting to piss me off. But as much as like I dog on OSU and everything like that for ducking Bedlam being played again because that's what they're doing. Um, I really think that's a good hire for him, man. I want them to be relevant again. It's just I don't know, man. It's like you can't pick on them, It's just like you just feel bad for them. So
Yeah.
mainly because I do have a lot of friends that are Oklahoma State fans here in the state, and I work with people that are Oklahoma State fans, and so like I don't know, they're not
Well,
toxic people. So if they were
well, the
toxic,
thing is
I'd be
too,
singing a
though,
different tune. But
now that they're gonna keep expanding the playoffs, so there's that much more chance of making a run. I just don't know how it's gonna work out when you get to more. I want to see Cinderella teams in football, but it's just rarely ever a thing that's a Cinderella team through a whole season.
especially like in football, man, it's so much harder to be a Cinderella football team and to make a run
Hmm.
because like your weaknesses that make you a Cinderella team in the first place are so much easier to exploit in the game of football. And like you just if you are outmatched, it's so much harder to win a game than like if
Yeah.
you are in basketball because like in basketball, you can like that Kentucky team that went undefeated and lost in the tournament. Like all it takes is one bad shooting night, like against a shit team and then to shoot well, and then you lose by 3 points, 5 points. You don't get the fouls called for you that night. You don't make free throws. Like in football, like you can only do so much before the difference in teams actually shows up on the field. And
I
there are
think
always one offs to that, though. There are always one offs
yeah.
where the team that's not as good will win the game, and it does happen. But like, I just don't think you're ever gonna see that. Like for them to go all the way to win it all. Like I
Right.
feel like
I'm a
that's unrealistic.
fan of maybe I think 16 would be a good number. Maybe you can do it to 20 because I think at that point, if the conferences around the
Mm,
league have kind of stepped the game up. Because I say that because you could have a three-loss SEC team
yeah.
in that just because they're ranked, but a three-loss SEC team may have lost to Alabama and Georgia and
Mhm.
Texas by 3 points combined, right? Stuff like that could happen in the SEC, and that's why I agree with it. And the broadens have filled up for those teams, but it's the teams like Oklahoma State and the lower tier P4 teams that maybe we have a shot, maybe we have a shot, but the first round exit type of thing all the time. Not to say it couldn't have the SEC too, but I'm just saying it's
No,
like
yeah,
that's what I
yeah,
think
yeah.
it'll come to.
I
Crazier
know it's
things have
gonna
happened though.
I know it's gonna expand, and I probably shouldn't fight it. I want to though. Like I think 12 is fine. I would have been cool with just 8 personally, but I'm cool with 12 also. I think 12 is the right number. That's just because like I just don't want the regular season to get watered down too much, man, cuz it's like and the NFL is a little bit different, but like I don't want college football to be like the NFL. Like there's a reason why I enjoy college football more than I enjoy NFL. Like there's a reason why me and you do a weekly college football podcast instead
Yeah,
of hopping on with those other jabronis and do, NFL every single week. It's because we love college football. And like I feel like
facts.
if you were the thing that I love about it is that like and this is a good and a bad thing, I guess, because you see teams that lose 4 to 5 games win the Super Bowl sometimes. But like I just don't feel like if you are a 4-loss college football team, you don't deserve to be in the playoff, in my opinion.
No,
Like
well,
you just don't. And
yeah.
if you push it to 20 or even to 16, like you're gonna see there's gonna be 3-loss teams getting in, and there's gonna be 4-loss teams getting in, and it obviously depends on what it looks like. Um, but I
I
just
think that gives it a chance to build new dynasties though in the future because you can take the lower divisions and as a sample of what it could do because there
mhm.
definitely are teams that are dynasties and so-called blue bloods in these divisions,
And
but
FCS and
it
stuff, yeah.
yeah, well, even D2. Going back and look at some of the teams that are great in D2, they've been great for a long time. Like they've always
Mhm.
been relevant. They're always making bowl games and playoffs and shit. And I think this has a great chance of not. I'm not gonna say in the near future, but 10 years down the road, and they're sitting at 16 or even I hope it doesn't go to 20. Really, I hope it stays at 16. Sitting at a 16 team
I
playoff
hope it
that's
stays at 12,
comfortable,
personally.
and then boom, now you do have a Oklahoma State type team that's been able to turn their program around over the last decade, and they're
Mhm.
fucking yeah, we're here. They're now competing, which we'll see. And it's the thing with NIL and transfer portal. We'll see if they ever cap any of that bullshit, but
Well,
I don't think
one
they
thing
would.
I think they need to train to change how they rank the college football playoff rankings. Like I just
It needs to be standards, public
I don't
standards.
buy I hate the shit that the committee does because they're not consistent with what they think should be the criteria for getting in, and they use different criteria at different time to make it fit an argument. And that's the dumbest thing in the world. Like head to head matters in some certain cases, but then in some cases it doesn't
It's like it
because
changes week to week. Like their opinions are just like, what did you see? What did you show me yesterday? Or wait, excuse me, what did you show me on
yeah,
Saturday?
dude.
Not what did you show me 4 weeks ago? What did you show me Saturday? And it's weird.
And I hate that Booger McFarland is the voice of reason here, but like, I also just think Joey Galloway is a blubbering idiot. I just think that guy, like, I don't know if he has an agenda or what, man, but like the things that he was saying tonight on the show, just talking about why like Miami is out and Notre Dame is in. And like Booger's over here talking about how like it's resume based. Like it's not a beauty contest. That's not what it's about. It's the same thing that Brent Venables said on Saturday when OU won. It ain't about how you win. It's not a fucking beauty contest. It's just about winning the game. And like your
Yeah.
resume should matter. And you can look at Notre Dame and Miami. Yeah, Miami has worse losses. They lost to a 3-loss SMU. They also lost to I think Louisville has 3 losses. They might have 4. And those are bad losses. Obviously, they're not great. But like if they had happened at the beginning of the year instead of now, like Notre Dame's, like would Miami be in a better spot? Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just
Yep. I
because Miami's
agree.
at 12. You decided to jump them up over Utah, and so now Miami is 2 spots out of the playoff, and they're 3 spots behind a team they've beaten who has the same record. And what win can Notre Dame hang their hat on? We talked about it. It's a 3-loss USC team that they beat. That is the win they hang their hat on. What is the win that Miami can hang their hat on? They beat Notre Dame. That's what doesn't make sense to me, man. And maybe
Hmm.
I'm just getting all worked up over nothing, but I don't know. I also think Notre Dame fans are just stupid. Like they have this elitist mentality when you guys get embarrassed more than what in the world? That scared the crap out of me, dude. My phone was connected to the speaker and it just started ringing. My wife's calling me.
That's
Dude, I thought the hit was on. Like I thought house was about to explode.
that's creepy.
I thought I was about to get got. Oh my god, that scared me. Woo. Anyways, man,
Uh,
college football's great. That is, I'm gonna text my wife back real quick. Actually,
that's so funny.
Carson doesn't watch the podcast, so I know that she's not gonna see that I just straight up didn't answer unless somebody sends it to her. Don't do that, by the way. If you're watching this and you know Carson, don't send it to her. But anyways, is there anything else you want to talk about in terms of playoff or rankings before we kind of get ready to close things off here around the 1 hour mark? We're
Nah.
gonna end with pick'ems.
Yeah, let's just kill this shit.
All right, man. Well, we are 1 hour in. Want to thank you guys again for sticking around. This has been a very eventful first season of this show. Obviously, we're not gonna drop weekly episodes once college football ends, at least of this particular one. We may branch off and do something different. I don't know, but like, there's not gonna be college football to talk about once it all ends. But right now, man, we're
Facts.
soaking it up, and things are about to get really interesting. Um, and we didn't really get a chance to do this because I wanted to prepare it. But I want to ask you before we do pick'ems, what is your go-to Thanksgiving meal? Like, what do you hate that is normalized for Thanksgiving, and what do you like that's not really normal for Thanksgiving that is maybe a mop-in tradition?
So, first off, I want to preface this. I don't want to say it's for everyone, but I have
No,
also
yeah,
ran
just for
into a
you.
large. Well, I think is I also ran into a large consensus of people that agree with me. Turkey is overrated. I hate it,
I don't hate
unless
it,
it
but
is
I agree it's
smoked.
overrated. I agree it's
Unless it's smoked,
overrated,
I have smoked turkey and it's phenomenal. But
dude.
that's not the average common
No,
thing
yeah,
that you
yeah,
go to, right?
no, no,
At least not where I grew up and everything. So I don't necessarily fuck with turkey. I do mess with ham, bro.
same.
Honey
I
glazed
like ham,
ham. Oh my gosh. And the
brother,
sandwiches
dude.
after.
Yes,
I mess with that. Now, I think I do like cranberry sauce a little bit. But the cranberry sauce we always had was like gelatin. I don't know what it was. I don't know.
ugh,
I don't get that. But one thing that we done last year for Thanksgiving was brisket. And I kind of want to do that again. I kind of want to do that again. I'm not gonna do that again because I'm not there full time anymore. But that will be something I start as a family tradition when I'm full time back home again. Is we're gonna have brisket, man. That's what we're gonna do. It's my thing. I'm a big fan of deviled eggs, bro. Big fan of deviled eggs. I'll eat a tray of deviled eggs. I love it.
yeah.
And
I'm not
sweet
a big
potato
deviled eggs
pie.
guy, man. It destroys my stomach.
Yeah,
Destroys.
that's true. Yeah, I'd be farting.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, man?
Dude, this is gonna be a basic like white boy answer for real, but I just dig the mac and cheese, man, on Thanksgiving. It just hits different. People start throwing in bacon bits and like they start
Hmm.
just adding different things to it, and I enjoy it a lot, man. But I'm with you. Turkey is overrated. I really like ham. I love green beans, man. I love green beans, and I get to eat them in abundance on Thanksgiving, so that's nice. And my cat just pulled the entire Christmas tree that we had down over here, a miniature Christmas tree, but he just pulled it down and it fell on him. He's fine though.
He's
This
getting
is a
cold for
this is a shit
Christmas.
show. This is a shit show, man. Okay, yeah. Anyways, we both think turkey's overrated. We like ham. Let's talk about pick'ems because these animals are starting to piss me off in the background, man. So, where do we want to start? Where do we want to start? Okay, we're gonna start with the Friday games. Obviously, the Egg Bowl. Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss are favored by a touchdown point five, 7.5 on the road against Mississippi State. Jeff Lebby might be coaching for his job, man. Like, I know it's only in year two, but they have not really been competitive. I mean, they've been close, but I don't know, man.
Well, it was
And
their
you've got
first 4-0 start in how long?
yeah, man. And now they have what, just 5 wins? They're 5-6, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if Texas ends up finishing A&M, that's not a bad loss. I mean, I know we're not supposed to credit losses, but
dude. Hold on, keep talking. My cat is like eating at these tree branches right now. So hold on.
No, I was just saying I don't think you can. I don't want to say we should reward losses, but like if Texas does end up finishing A&M, and hopefully that'd be insane. That'd be crazy if Texas does that. But that would definitely shine a little bit more light towards them. I don't think Levy gets fired. I don't think it's fair to give a coach in this era 2 years.
Oh, I agree.
Um, Especially still trying to figure out the portal and the NIL.
I agree with that.
Especially if you know, like you don't have the resources like other schools, obviously. So you can't. Can you really blame a coach like that to compete with schools like Texas and OU and Bama and Georgia, all these big schools that have money? Like you? I don't think it's fair to the coaches. And I'm not
Hmm.
a big coach. I am a big coach guy, but there's people that sort the opinions for players versus the coaches and things like that. But I don't know. I think
No, I'm
you
with
got
you.
to give them maybe 4 years,
I'm with
pending
you.
the school. Maybe five at
The
Mississippi State, but I think five starts pushing it.
I think it just depends. I think if they're really bad again next year, then I think
Yeah,
he'll get the boot.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so,
Year
anyways,
three's like a
I
contract. You gotta have some big wins, in my opinion, to keep moving. But yeah, I don't know. I think Ole Miss wins.
same.
I just think it's kind of crazy that they're only a 7.5 favorite.
Here's the thing. I don't think Ole Miss is going to cover. I think this one's going to be weird, dude. I think things are going to be weird. It's in Starkville, so I think
That'd be
things get
rowdy.
interesting. I think Ole Miss wins, but I don't think they cover. I think Ole Miss wins it by 5. I'm not going to give a score. I just think Ole Miss wins by 5. I think it's going to be weird, man. I just think it's going to be a weird game. So
I'm gonna
yeah.
go at least 10. I think
Okay.
Ole Miss wins by 10.
Okay. All right. So you've got Ole Miss to win and cover. All right. Game number 2, man. I mean, game of the week. A&M on the road against the Longhorns. Texas A&M coming in at undefeated. I think they get into the conference championship regardless of what happens. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
they do.
Okay, so they've already punched their ticket, but I mean, if they were to lose to Texas and then lose in the conference championship, things could get interesting there.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think
I
that's
think
going
they
to happen.
play. I think Georgia's, if I'm not mistaken, Georgia's in the conference championship too.
Yes, but I don't think that it's undisputed. I mean, maybe yeah, because well, no,
It's
Bama
because it
has the
goes.
tiebreaker over Georgia.
That's right. It goes so it goes A&M, Georgia. Georgia has one loss, Ole Miss one loss, Bama one loss, and then Texas two loss, and then OU two loss. So
Oh, hold on. I gotta let my wife in. I'm sorry. All right, sorry about that, guys. Oh,
I think it's definitely between Georgia, Ole Miss, and Bama because Texas losing to Georgia, I'm pretty sure cancels them out because Bama beat Georgia
hmm.
altogether. So I don't know, but
Anyway,
Georgia doesn't play a yeah. Anyways, yeah, keep going. I don't know. I think Texas
no, you're
wins.
good.
There's what A&M's 2.5 point favorites. Yeah, I think it'll be close. I think Texas wins by 3, so they cover.
Um, I think A&M wins this game. I think it's gonna be really close though. Um, I don't know. They like I could see them adding another score late to push it to make it look a little bit more. But like I just like what I told you earlier. I just think A&M's offense and defense is just. I think it's too good comparatively for what Texas has. But I also think Texas's offense is playing really good right now at the right time of the year.
Mhm.
I think they're going to put up points. Not a crazy amount, obviously, but I think Texas A&M wins. I think they win by 4. I'm going to take Texas A&M by 4, like 27-23, something like that. Like I think it'll be a good game, man. Like I think the Texas defense bounces back a little bit. It's at home. It's a big rivalry game. I mean, I'm sure every Texas Longhorn thinks that they're going to have a chance to get in if they beat A&M. So like
Yeah,
obviously, even if that wasn't a factor, they'd want to win this game. It's a rivalry game.
yeah.
So, but I think A&M's too good, man. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But that's who I'm taking. I've got the
I would
Aggies,
definitely
and
take the over. I think.
if I could pick both these teams to lose, I would, but I can't. So,
See how it works out
um,
versus LSU, buddy boy.
um, so now this is the final game for our Friday slate, just on our pick'ems. Georgia 10-1 on the road. Number 4 taking on Georgia Tech, who's 9-2. Yeah, man, Georgia's favored by 14.5, and they're going to cover, I think. I don't think this one's going to
Yes.
be weird at all. I just don't think Georgia Tech is very good. They've skated
Isn't
by
it
the
in
last few weeks.
Athens?
They no, it's at Georgia Tech.
I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think.
That's the
I mean,
craziest part about this is like the first 4 games of our pick'ems, I'm taking the road team in the first 4 games. So, which is Ole Miss, A&M, Georgia, and then we'll talk about the next 2 when we get there. Don't want to give it away yet, but I think Georgia covers, man. I don't see a world where Georgia Tech wins this game. They were in a dogfight with Boston College recently, where they won by 2. Uh, yeah, man, Georgia Tech, they just ain't what everybody thought they were going to be. I mean, they have a bad loss
yeah,
to they lost to Pitt. Yeah, they lost to Pitt this last weekend by 2 touchdowns. Yeah, give me Georgia big. What about you?
yeah. No, it's not. It's not gonna be. They're not gonna be close. I think Georgia
Yeah.
blows them out. I
I
mean,
think
I
they
don't know. I
dog
guess
walk them. Hey,
I think crazy things have happened, but like this
if
is
the Yellow
not like.
Jackets, dude, if they want to be clutch and pull off a W, I'd be cool with
I
that.
just, I just like.
Anything can happen.
What possible way can they do it? Like crazy things have happened in upsets, but this isn't like your typical. Like you're 6, you're 5-6, or what is that, 5-6 Auburn versus fucking undefeated Alabama. That's different. That's a different mentality there,
I agree,
because that's SEC ball. You know what I
but
mean? That's what crazy things can happen.
you
But
also
there's
got
no
to
way.
remember, I think it was in Athens last year, and Georgia Tech almost won that damn game. It went to overtime. So I mean, who knows, man? Like Haynes King is a gamer. That dude's a baller, but like I just
Just
yeah.
haven't played anyone, man.
I don't disagree with you, but like I said last year, like Georgia Tech had like the same amount of losses, if not more, and they still
Yes,
almost
that's
beat Georgia.
true. Yes, that's
So
true. And they're not badly coached. They got a pretty
no,
damn good coach.
they do. So I don't know, man. I still got Georgia. I think they're gonna cover.
Yeah.
So all right, we're gonna move on. The game, as they call it, Ohio State -9.5 on the road against Michigan. If you would have asked me the last 4 years who I would have picked to win, probably would have said Ohio State in all of those games. And
Hmm.
Michigan has won 4 straight. So I don't know, man. Josh Pate picked Michigan because he said that's the only way Ohio State wins this game is if I pick Michigan. So I don't know. Obviously, I think Ohio State's going to win this game. Uh,
I think Ohio State's winning the game too.
but could you imagine if Michigan wins that game? That win looks a whole lot better for OU as well if Michigan wins that game. I don't think that's going to happen though, man. I also think it's going to be close because
Chaos. That's
um,
chaos.
Ohio State has not really played a team with a pulse since August, and it's the last week of November. So Michigan will be without Justice Haynes, but they're still going to be able to run the football, man. Um, so I think if they can bust off some plays with whoever they got at running back, I can't remember the kid's name that's been filling in. And if Bryce Underwood cannot turn the ball over, be
Hmm.
efficient, don't play like you did against Northwestern, little guy, because y'all are going to lose to Ohio State if you do that. That all being said, I think Ohio State does win the game. I don't think they cover, but I think it's by half a point. I think they win by 9. That's where I'm going. I'm not giving scores. I'm just giving differential. I got Ohio State by 9. So Michigan covers, but Ohio State wins.
Yeah, give me Ohio State. I don't know. I
Now,
kind of go
Jeremiah
with
Smith
Pate.
and Carnell Tate are back. They both said that they're playing and they're back. So
Yeah. By the way, how great is it just to get some rest days in the Big Ten? Get some PTO. You know what I mean? Give them
yeah,
some PTO.
load
Yeah. No,
management.
I don't know. Yeah, I think Ohio State wins big. Not big. When I say big, I'm saying like maybe 10-14. Um, I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I don't necessarily know. I'm just gonna say Ohio State wins by 10.
Okay, I like it. So far, the only thing we have been like differing on was the A&M
And
Texas game. So other than that, we are 3 for 3 on the same. Um, our last game, you've already gave me your prediction, and I think I agree. Number 14 Vanderbilt 9-2 on the road is favored. By the way, they're favored. They got to go to Neyland. Now, I think Diego Pavia is good enough to win this game, and Vandy is favored by 2.5. I don't know, man. Like me and you have talked about, Vandy has no really good win to hang their hat on. You could say the same
mm-mm.
thing for Tennessee, though, as well. But with this being at Neyland, I think Tennessee is going to win this game. I don't think
And
it's
this
going to be like a
rivalry's definitely been lit back up.
yes, oh for sure. And for
Yeah.
those of you that don't know, they are in the same state. In case anybody wasn't aware of that, I think Tennessee wins this game. I do think it's going to be really close, man. I'm not even going to give a score prediction, although I do think that Tennessee, obviously, they're going to cover. I think they win by more than 3. I just think Joey Aguilar is going to have a pretty good day. The Vanderbilt defense is better than the Tennessee defense, but I don't know, man. Something about playing at Neyland. I mean, it doesn't bother OU. Obviously, we won the last 2 times we went into Neyland, but I don't know, man. I just think Josh Heupel. I mean, I'm rooting for you, man. Former OU guy. I'm taking the Vols. Who you got?
Yeah, give me the Vols. Give me the
Okay.
Vols. I don't know. I think it's gonna be close, but I think the Vols gonna win.
Well, my man, that is going to put a wrap on episode number 8. Hard to believe that we're already 8 episodes in, but man, the next time we record, it's going to be postseason football. This is the last week of the
It's
regular season.
crazy. That's crazy.
Granted, we didn't start recording until OU Texas week, which was like week 7, so we were a little bit behind the
Facts.
8 ball. But man, it's crazy how fast this has gone by, and it's crazy to think that we're now moving on to playoff football and postseason football. So I'm excited, man. Uh, I am at least right now. 1 week from today, OU could be sitting in a playoff spot. They also could not. Same thing for Texas, I guess. We'll see. But
Maybe.
I'll pass it off to you, man, to let you close things out. I just like I've been saying, I'm excited for this weekend slate of college football and just football in general. It's going to be a great weekend. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy that time with your family. Watch the quarterback to center exchange, and yeah, enjoy some football like you're supposed to.
Facts, man. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. It's gonna be fun. Please, everyone, be safe. If you're listening or watching this, this is Quarterbacks in Exchange, Week 8. We're moving on. We'll see what Week 8, Episode 8. This is sick, man. Please check us out on the Fieldhouse Network on YouTube. Kobe on TikTok. Hopefully, the Fieldhouse Network on TikTok again. Look at the Untimed Down. I've been so bad, bro. I haven't watched or any of their
Last week
episodes
was the first
recently,
episode I
man.
did not watch, so I apologize to those guys. I don't think they're watching our podcast, to be honest. So,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know, but
clearly.
yeah, I did not watch their podcast last week, so they're not going to see this again because I don't think they watch our podcast. But guys, apologies, I guess, if you make it this far.
Right. So please, if you go check them out. I've seen clips. It's good, good show for sure. But catch us on YouTube, TikTok. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you're Notre Dame fan, fuck you. If you're from Texas Tech, fuck you.
LSU fans,
Uh,
get ready to eat this L this weekend. Well
that's A
deserved.
and
It's been a
M,
long time
A and
running.
M, little brother. This would be the most big brother thing to do is to beat undefeated little brother A&M in DKR in front of 105,000 people. It's gonna be fun. Anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Deuces.
Peace.